Hello and welcome back to Wrap It Up Wednesdays on Adventures with Piccadilly. Today I'm going to show you how to add just a little bit of interest to a wrap without adding a lot of bulk by using a soft-sided headband. Now, wrapping pro tip number one, put your headband on before you do your shaper, before you start tying your scarf. Otherwise, the risk of knocking it down and having to start all over is fairly high. Trust me from experience on that one. I've done it a lot. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be using just a simple headband, soft-sided from the Sassy Olive. I'll put a link in the description below. I'm also wearing a signature shaper from Rapunzel, and I'm going to be using a navy blue 2-in-1 from Rapunzel. So I'm going to start by taking my navy 2-in-1 and folding the width just a little bit so that the width of the scarf is similar to the circumference of my head. I'm going to line it up with the top of my shaper and tie my tails in the back at about the halfway point with this kind of wrap. So my tails aren't exactly even. That's not a big deal with this wrap. Since you're not going to be putting them together, it doesn't matter that they're offset just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just at this point bring up my shaper, bring up my headband, and you can choose if you want to leave a little bit of the scarf underneath exposed or cover it all up. That's just two different options for you. But I've just got it right around the front of my shaper. And then starting with the shorter of the two tails, I am going to fold these in slightly, a little bit of pleating, bring them up and around, under and tuck. And my goal here is to create a nice little diagonal line so that when I do the same on the other side, it makes a nice pointed V shape. So again, up and around, and I'm doing it a little bit from the back to the front, again just to give that effect of a little bit more of the shape, which I'm not sure you can see. So one good thing about a scarf is that you can always, even after you've wrapped and tucked, you can play around with how the tails fall a little bit. You've got some, we'll call it wiggle room in there. So up and around. Bring it around and tuck in the back. Tuck all your fringe in. Unless you like fringe, then you can leave it out. And then, as you can see, you've got this just a little bit of extra interesting detail that you've added to this very simple regal wrap without really any extra weight or bulkiness. It's a great option for giving you just a little bit of personalization, a little bit of interest on what is an otherwise very simple, very easy to put up wrap. I hope you like it. Please leave in the comments if you have a favorite. We'd love to check them out, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks, bye-bye.